3 Mile Island had, if you will, a human and mechanical error at the same time. And what happened because of that error, they lost control of cooling of the reactor. And the reactor went to meltdown. And that means it goes to about 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. And it melts right through the reactor and goes to the basement, which is about 20 feet thick concrete. Mm-hmm. And that's where they stopped it. And otherwise, it would have gone to Hiroshima.
Yeah. And this is in America.
This is in America.
See, I've never even heard of this, and I'm 30.
This is in, it's right next to the capital of Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Harrisburg.
Gotcha. And so this is all before Chernobyl, and this is, I mean, you tell me, just this is where we as a country took a turn, right?
We took a big turn.
Gotcha. And tell me a little bit more, give me more details about that. You mentioned Carter. Did he visit you guys?
No, he did us by phone. You're fired. Jimmy Carter had been in the nuclear navy under Admiral Rickover, who is the father of nuclear energy in this country. Rickover was a great man. Carter was a young man underneath him, went to Annapolis, and came out as an officer in the nuclear navy. And so he knew about this stuff. So when he became president, wham, we have this accident at 3 Mile Island, and they're thinking they're going to have to evacuate everybody in the Harrisburg area of Pennsylvania because they're releasing radioactive material into the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Carter goes there, actually gets on the site, dressed out in nuke garb himself as president to see firsthand what had happened. And when Jimmy Carter came out of there, he said, "These are some of the changes we're going to make in this country. We're going to make them right now." And one of them was the breeder reactor program is too dangerous. It's going away. Our program was essentially canceled by '84.
Gotcha. And so for you, I mean, that's something you worked on for quite a...
From 76 to 84.
Gotcha. So,
in round numbers.
Gotcha. So, I mean, Carter makes that, choice. Yep. And then by the time it phases out in '84, we're under Reagan at that point. Tell me about what, it just seems like it was a giant shock to your industry.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. I mean, and we're talking to our industry, it's small at the time, but it's hundreds of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions. And at that time, the French have already done a breeder. The French are 20 years ahead of us in 1980. 20 years ahead. That's how the kind of catch-up we were trying to do.
Right.
And when we had the accident, which was the biggest accident in the world at the time, mm-hmm. Chernobyl hadn't happened yet. Mm-hmm. It was coming next. Yeah. So, it was 85 or 86. It was just shortly after TMI.
Gotcha. And just kind of boil it down to you personally. I mean, in your opinion,
I came back. I got the best job I've ever had.
Right.
Carter's in. We're out. Essentially, we got told, your project's done. Close it out. Okay. The house has been foreclosed on. Get rid of your people. And so since there's several of us in management, the first thing we do is we start downsizing, and we get down to oh God, we went. I think when I finally had to leave, it was we were less than 10% of our total force.
Mm-hmm.
So
tell me, so just trajectory-wise, America, if Carter didn't push us down that path and just said, hey, we're cutting it because it's too dangerous, I mean, do you think that's an overreaction? And then secondly, like, do you think if he didn't, can it, where would we be now?
well, we would have breeders, and what the breeder does for you, the breeder uses plutonium for fuel. Plutonium can be a byproduct of a plant hatch or a Brunswick. Okay? What you can do when you have a nuclear power plant has to be refueled every 18 months to 24, depending on the fuel cycle. Okay? That means that in round numbers, you've got all of this fuel in a pot. And let's say you've got 300 fuel assemblies in a pot, and you've run your cycle. You have to take approximately 1/3 of those out, which would be 100 fuel bundles, and then regrid, that means shuffle the remaining 200 and put another new 200 or 100 in to make the refuel. Okay? Now, what can be done with a nuclear reactor, though, and this is one of the concerns we have with the Iranians. Okay, they're over here, they're making U-235. They're making enriched uranium, which gets you 3 to 5% enrichment. That, to become bomb grade, takes one hell of a lot of uranium, okay? It doesn't take that much plutonium. Plutonium, you only need about 1/10 the amount to make a bomb that you need to with uranium. All the United States, when we first went to the atomic bomb, we made one uranium bomb. That's all we could make in this whole country. We made more than one at the same time, plutonium bombs. The uranium bomb was used on Hiroshima. The plutonium bomb was used for tests to prove that it would work, because they'd never done it before. And then it was used on Nagasaki. So since that time, the United States, most of our nuclear weapons are plutonium.
Because it's just so much more like powerful.
It's so much more powerful,
more potent.
more potent.
Yeah.
It's more likely to do its job, to react like it does. And it's, in some ways, it's so much easier to make than the low grade stuff.
So for someone like me, for a layman, like, would you say it's comparable to, like, I don't know, like gasoline and diesel, kind of in that retrospect, or is that not a good analogy?
No, it's like, okay, diesel will burn, but it's not dangerous. Gasoline is dangerous.
Yeah.
That's the relationship you get between uranium and plutonium.
Gotcha.